People don't remember, when I came into office, the United States, in world opinion, ranked below China and just barely above Russia. And today, once again, the United States is the most respected country on earth.
What an ego. With all due respect, Mr. President, I'm not sure if you're delusional or you just think that we are. We're the most respected country on earth because of you? And you say this, why? Might it have been your reset of that button with Russia that alienated the Czechs, the Poles, the Ukrainians? Might it have been your refusal to address the crossing of your chemical weapons red line by Syria? Or your refusal to support ally Egypt, now forced to buy weapons from Russia? Or your refusal to retaliate for the killing of Americans in Benghazi or even show up to defend them? You might be respected had you shown up with 40 other world leaders to denounce the slaughter of innocents in Paris. But then again, you can't even say the words Muslim terrorists. Our true partners don't know what to think. And while ISIS continues its string of victories, you tout your make-believe coalition of 60 nations as if you're saying to us, don't believe your lying eyes. Do you even know that Iran, China, Russia, and ISIS are the enemy? And even in this country, half of Americans disapprove of the job you're doing. And I bet you think they respect you, too. Do you think that doing interviews with a bimbo in a bathtub has gained you respect? But let's focus on your actual job performance. This week, your TSA proved wrong 95% of the time, allowing grenades, knives, and weapons to get past security. And I've got to take my shoes off? This is on the heels of the Pentagon admitting they may have sent live anthrax over 50 times to 18 states. And this isn't the first time. You run an agency for veterans overflowing with corruption that can't even make sure that our military get the medical care they need before they die. Your own Secret Service can't even protect you and is so amateur they call a gunshot through the White House window a backfire from a car. The IRS has become a political weapon targeting your opposition. By the way, has your IRS considered looking at the charity status of the Clinton Foundation? The Drug Enforcement Agency is too busy cavorting with hookers paid for by the drug cartels. But your philosophy is?
One of my core principles is that I will never engage in a politics in which I'm trying to divide people or make them less than me because they look different or have a different religion.
So you would never divide people or treat them differently because they look different or have a different religion. Do you really think that Baltimore, Ferguson, or the Trayvon Martin case reflect that philosophy? Do you really think it was okay at the National Prayer Breakfast to trash Christians, telling us to get off our high horse as if we finally got what we deserved? You can't conduct the people's business running around saying things that are not true, like you can keep your doctor. And you can't conduct the people's business being thin-skinned, criticizing our allies like Netanyahu, or shifting the blame every time something goes wrong. You have to make people accountable who make mistakes. You have to prosecute them, fire them, and not promote them. But then again, you've never been a chief executive. In a real corporation, you wouldn't be able to pull the wool over the shareholders' eyes the way you did with the American people. And that's my view. Let me know what you think on Facebook or Twitter at Judge Jeanine.